I'm going to show you the other way that you could work out a multiplication problem. It's still really using the standard algorithm. However, you're just kind of breaking it apart into two separate problems. Now that may seem like more work. However, when you do it this way, you're only multiplying by one digit at a time. So, here is how you would set up the problem. Let's say you have 347 multiplied by 63. Now you know that there is going to be two lines of work. So the first line of work is where you're going to multiply 347 by 3. And the second line of work is really where you're going to be multiplying 347 by 6. So put your two arrows off to the side to show your two lines of work. Once you have those, you're going to add them together. Now, one other thing you can do to kind of set this up is, you know, on the second line of work, you have to immediately put a 0, because this shows that you're not really multiplying by 6, but that you're multiplying by 60. So I know sometimes you all like to call it a placeholder. I like to call it a value giver. Now, I've got my problem set up, kind of ready to fill in the first line of work and the second line of work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my problem and break it down into two separate problems. The first problem is going to be 347 multiplied by 3. That's going to go on the first line of work. The second problem is 347 multiplied by 6. That's going to go on the second line of work. Now notice I don't have to worry about my 0 because I've already got the 0 set up in the problem. So now it's just like working out two separate problems. So let's work out the first line of work. 347 multiplied by 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Put down the 1, carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. Put down the 4, carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. So on the first line of work, I have 1,041. I just need to make sure I put all of the digits in the right columns. So I'm going to rewrite my 1. Okay, 1 in the ones column, 4, 0, 1. So 1,041 to match that. So now I'm actually done multiplying by the 3. Now I'm going to concentrate on multiplying by the 6. And that's going to be my second problem over here. 6 times 7 is 42. Put down the 2, carry the 4. 6 times 6 is 24. Plus 4 is 28. Put down the 8, carry the 2. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 2 is 20. So put down the 0, nowhere to carry the 2, so just put the 2 for the 20. So on the second line of work, I'm going to put 2082 in front of the 0 that's already here. So got to put it in the right column. So I'm going to start from the very right. So 280. Well, I really should have my addition sign written over here further to the left. There we go. So 2802. Now the only thing I have left to do is to add these two numbers together. 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. 8 plus 0 is 8. Nothing plus 1 is 1. And 2 plus nothing is 2. So the total product is 21,861. So breaking it down into two simpler problems where you're just multiplying by a single digit can make it a lot easier for you. Let's try another problem. This time I'm not necessarily going to color code the problem. This time we'll just do a two-digit number multiplied by a two-digit number. 17 multiplied by 45. So once again, I'm going to have two lines of work and then I'm going to put my work line and a plus sign, and immediately on the second line of work you put a 0 as your placeholder or your value giver to show you're multiplying by 40. So my two separate problems are 17 times 5, and then it's going to be 17 times 4. So we'll do the 17 times 5 first. 5 times 7 is 35. Put down the 5, carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So 85 goes on the first line of work. On the second line of work, it's 17 times 4. 4 times 7 is 28. Put down the 8, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. The 68 goes in front of the 0. So 68, and now all I have to do is add. 5, 8 plus 8 is 16, carry the 1, 6 plus 1 is 7. The product is 765. If you have a problem where you are multiplying by a single digit number, for example, let's say you had 931 multiplied by 6. If you only have one digit in the multiplier, you only have one line of work, which is going to be the answer itself. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Put down the 8, carry the 1. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 1 is 55. So the product is 5,586. We didn't have to break this into two separate problems because there's only one digit in the multiplier. Okay, one more example. This time let's make it just a little bit harder, just to show you it works with any size number. Let's take a 4-digit number, 2,038 multiplied, and we'll do a 2-digit multiplier, multiplied by 97. So 2 digits means 2 lines of work. On this, I'm going to put my plus sign off to the side so I make sure I have enough room. Immediately on the second line of work, I'm going to put my value giver or placeholder to show that I'm really multiplying by 90. The two separate problems now are going to be 2,038 multiplied by 7 first. Then the second problem will be 2,038 multiplied by 9. So let's do the first one. 7 times 8 is 56. Put down the 6, carry the 5. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 5 is 26. Put down the 6, carry the 2. 7 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2, and 7 times 2 is 14. So 14,266 on the first line of work. So starting from the back, 6, 6, 2, 4, 1. Now on the second part of my problem, I'm now done multiplying by 7. 2,038 multiplied by 9. 9 times 8 is 72. Put down the 2, carry the 7. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 7 is 34. Put down the 4, carry the 3. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 9 times 2 is 18. Put down the 18. So 18342 has to go in front of the 0 that you have here. So I'm going to start working from the back. 2, 4, 3, 8, 1. Now the only thing left to do is add. 6 plus 0 is 6. The tens column would equal 8. The hundreds column is 6. Thousands column is 7. 10,000s column is 9. 100,000s column is 1. The product is 197,686. So if you will take the time to just break your problem into two separate problems where you actually are only multiplying by a single digit number, I think you're going to find this process a little bit simpler, especially if you get confused by trying to do it all as one entire long problem. Okay, good luck and make sure you practice this.